are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Hello, Lilith. Hello, Watson. Hello to Elaine, and hello to Loveshine. We should probably have Julie, who is somewhere around too. And we're going to go and check that on through. But Julie is up first because I was going to do her earlier, but I did not. So here we go. Julie is up first. And then we're going to go and see Elaine. Elaine, was that not today that you had that interview? I think it was. And then we're going to go and see our beautiful Loveshine. So let's start this off, my loves. MZ, followed by Elaine. Elaine, you can send me your questions whenever you have a free moment. And then we're going to go and see our beautiful Loveshine. So how was everybody's day today? Hi, Julie. Yeah, I was going to do yours earlier. Yes, we'll definitely leave you a timestamp. I was all ready to do your reading earlier, Julie. Honestly, had everything open already. And then what happened? I don't remember. Something happened. And I don't know. One thing led to another. Yeah, and then that's it. I think dinner happened, and then Anael arrived with Raphael, but she was at A-Holes. Yeah. Yours was meh. Yeah. I'm going to say mine kind of too, because, well, it's not actually me, but Anael arrived home, and she arrived with like a swollen foot, and it's kind of blue. And when she left yesterday, her foot was a little bit sore, but it was not blue and it was not swollen. So, yeah, So I'm upset at A-Hole, but I'm always upset at him, normally speaking. So hey, what happened to your day, Watson? Why? Oh, you was back to work today. You was the meh. I'm going back to work. Yeah, I know. Well, last weekend, Anel was with her dad, and they went to do her birthday gift. That her birthday's in April, but anyways, which was horseback riding. And there's another horse who kicked her foot, and so it had been sore, but it wasn't all different kind of colors. But A-Hole had the great idea to go walk into the woods today. And so that's what happened. No, Dad is not dadding. And he didn't say anything to me neither when he dropped her off. He didn't say her foot's blue and swollen, I had to put ice, but I didn't give her medication. Nothing. I know. Anyways, so there you go. So what happened with you? What is that, Watson? I know. But that's, it is what it is. I put her foot on ice, and I elevated it, and I gave her some medicine, and I will take care of her. And we were supposed to go to the zoo tomorrow, but I guess now we can't go because she can't walk. Poor thing. Yes, I would say so. All right, so I'm going to start this off with our beautiful Julie. We are going to leave a timestamp because she is driving home. So that is my story. What is your story? Watson, why was yours meh? What happened to you? Let us know. Elaine, let us know too. How was your day? I know, Lilith. I know, right? I know. I don't get it. Like, she can't even walk, the poor thing. So, yeah, that's that. I don't ignore it. I try to nurture it and be careful. Like any human being, I think, normally would, but it's okay. It's documented and message sent out. So, nothing except that I was right. Well, that happens. I like to be right. I am sorry that, your day was kind of sucky and boring, but I'm glad that I was right. All right, so Julie, here we go into the meanwhile. I'm sorry that your day was boring, Watson. I am. Okay, so I'm glad to hear, my beautiful Julie, that you are feeling better, that you're feeling grounded, and your silence is. I think that should be our motto here. That should be our not a slang, our motto. What's the other word you can call that for? Anyways, we should have like t-shirt stuff and done like your silence is your power. We should merch within that. That being said, it is a strong, beautiful way, and you know what? And at the same time, things will place themselves into the right place. So listen to yourself, listen to your body. If you don't feel like it, just don't do it. It's okay. Everything is still going to function and work quite well. So here we go. Is he going to have his session this week? That is going to be number one. Yes, he is going to be having his session this week, Sweetie Pie. Yes, he will. I feel like this time around, I feel like there's a strong possibility. I feel like he's actually attempting it today. I'm going to say today he intended it. It was not yesterday. This is a today thing. If he hasn't yet, then he is going to. I feel like this time, this session is centered upon emotional stagnancy, which is A1, which is perfect, and also his fear of commitment. His fear of commitment into emotional matters, because he doesn't have a fear of commitment in life altogether, like committing to a job or committing to a purchase or committing to whatever. He has issues with committing into a relationship. So this is what seems to be onto the focus over here, especially the weight that he kind of carries when it comes down to that deepening of that intimacy. So this is quite positive because it should help him kind of begin to face his own patterns and how they've actually, contributed all together to the pace of the relationship and how things have been either moving or stagnant, one or the two, or both sometimes at the same time. So the more that he becomes aware, if you will, the more likely he's going to start taking those real steps forward. So it's not just going to be into his thoughts, it's actually going to be into the actions. So yes. Elaine, wherever you are. I'm not looking in the chat, by the way, at this moment, but I know that I have not received an email from Elaine. So Elaine, whenever you are not too far away, you can slowly start typing out your questions. Now, is Mike getting more, I'm going to say antsy? Yeah, with the silence and how he's feeling about it. I feel like the silence is starting to feel a little bit louder to him at this moment, but it's not into a way that's going to be like a cataclysm to something else at this moment. We're not quite there yet. So it is a silence that's kind of annoying, but it's not a silence that is threatening. And there is a difference into that for him. So I feel like the silence is there into a way to kind of push him to reflect. I feel like it's nudging him to look at his own inaction and to really just kind of realize that things are not going to shift unless he does something. So I feel like he's feeling a little bit anxious, but he's also feeling emotionally pulled towards you, which is causing, if you will, a restlessness inside of him, but like a little restlessness, a low grade restlessness. It's not something that, like I said, is quite explosive at this moment. So he knows that the ball is into his court and he knows that he has to do something, but it's bubbling. It's there, it's bubbling, but it's not a volcano ready to erupt yet. Mike's feelings for you today. What is that, Watson? Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Lilith. The alternative to everyday boring routine can be chaos. Yeah, I'm still going to say, Lilith, I think that you should make some merch. I do. Yeah. And we can add on to that one of Juanson's creations with his tarot deck. Hey, it's been a while, Juanson. We haven't seen a new card. Not that I'm putting pressure upon you. I'm just saying, hey, whenever you're up to it, if something is kind of brewing into the back. Just saying. All right, let me continue. Mike's feelings for you today. If Elaine's not here, I don't know, because I don't see her chit-chatting, and I still haven't received the email. If Love Shine is here, you can post your questions too, Sweetie Pie. So, into his feelings for you today. Oh, there's Elaine. You just appeared. Thank you, Elaine. There's warmth, there's tenderness into the energy. I feel like he misses you, but he's not, it's like he's not willing to 100% admit to himself that he is, fully, missing you like crazy. He's not willing to. He's got too much chaos into his mind at this moment. So there's like that beautiful, tender energy, that loving energy. There's that strength. There's that little period of silence that is there at the same time. But I feel like sometimes silence for him is something that helps him grow, helps him reflect, helps him realize how much you actually mean to him and how much you are important into his life. So you're still very much part of his heart in a million different kind of ways. You're not going anywhere. And he's starting to feel more, I'm going to say, not love, but deeper respect for you, which is beautifully layered, I'm going to say, with the love that he has for you also. Mike's thoughts for your relationship today. All right. I feel he's thinking about what it means to be in a true grown-up, if you will, partnership, the kind that requires, yes, the effort, and yes, the mutual energy also. I feel like he's held that space for this relationship for a long time, and I feel like he's confronting, if you will, his own actions, what has been a little bit mismatched, what he did, what he didn't do. And I feel like he's trying to figure out how he could match your effort while being comfortable at the same time, while being into a good zone. So I feel like he's considering how he might and how he can reapproach things into a way that's going to bring, yes, a certain comfortability, but also a certain balance. And I feel like he's a little bit unsure about how to do that. So he's still brainstorming, if you will. Quietly, he's brainstorming. Elaine, you're up in about 2 minutes. Sweetie pie. Lovey-dovey thoughts. He's wanting to feel more organized with you. He's feeling sometimes a little bit overwhelmed within his feelings towards you. He feels like he needs to move away from what he's doing at this moment to move into a new sphere, into something that would be a novelty, that will bring something good. I feel like he's feeling at peace when he's thinking about you. I feel like he's missing your presence. I feel like he's asking himself and wondering how you manage to hold yourself like so strong, beautiful energy, so much grace. And he wants you to know that you are one of the very few people who truly, truly know him and get him, who understand him into a way. So he's basically thinking about how you make him feel and how much beautiful abundance you bring into his life in the multi layers that you actually do. All right. Elaine, you're going to be up in just a second. We're going to give some love messages to our beautiful Julie. I miss your energy. I may be silent, but my heart speaks your name daily. You've changed the way that I see love. It is gentle, it is real, and it is deep. I want to show up to you in ways that matter. Why there's no people watching? I don't know. What happened? I don't know, Elaine. You're there. I'm there. That's what's important. Hi, Storytime Kitchen. Nice to see you, sweetie. I don't know. I have no idea why, Elaine. Sometimes I have to say there's weird stuff that happens on YouTube. I love YouTube. Sometimes it's weird. What's important is that you're there because I have to do your reading. But sometimes the live count of people are really weird and they're completely off. Like there's weird stuff. But hey, it is what it is. How are you doing, Storytime Kitchen? It's nice to see you, sweetie. So Elaine, how did it go today? How did it go? What happened? You had that interview today, didn't you? And did Love Shine pop? Love Shine did not post her questions yet. Okay, all right, it's all good. No, it was why? What happened? I swear it was today. Okay. I guess I swear wrong then. I guess I swear wrong. They ghosted you? They ghosted you? What is that? You're a bit, well, no. What happened, Story? Well, Story, okay. I've got a lot of things to say. First of all, Elaine, they ghosted you. How did that happen? You showed up, they weren't there, there was no interview? What happened with that? Hey, Love Shine, you can post your questions, sweetie pie. You're going to be after Elaine. And my beautiful Storytime Kitchen, what's happening with, well, I know what's happening with you, but if there's anything new happening or you want to talk about it, let me know. And you're going to be after Love Shine, okay, sweetie? Yeah. Ugh. Okay, what's happening, guys? What's happening? Okay, you showed up. They never showed up. Oh my God. Seriously, so they put an interview, and then you appear, but they're not there. What, there's nobody who opened the office door? What happened? You waited 20 minutes? That is crazy. That is weird. Very, very strange. Well, all right then. Alrighty. Let me go to my email. Okay. So let me do this and do that because I don't want it. This, and here's Elaine's questions. Okay. So sadly, the person didn't show up at the interview. Oh, so it was a scam. Okay, but it was virtually. Alrighty, let's go see. That is very interesting. All right. That was very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going to start off with your first question. Wait, what is it? What? Wait, what? No, that's okay. It's all good. We are currently on Elaine, moving forward to Love Shine, and then we have Storytime Kitchen. Yeah. Oh, we also have our beautiful High Priestess. Thank you, sweetie. High Priestess is going to be after Storytime Kitchen. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're just gonna start with one thing over here. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into your questions. Before I do, I am, however, going to tell you about the Seven of Swords, and I'm going to talk to you about those little birds, okay, about those crows. To start off with, the Seven of Swords, meaning not necessarily a good thing, honestly. The Seven of Swords is a lot about deception, and it's a lot about secrets, sneakiness. So people that could be around you that are sneaky or deceptive. It could also be people who are withholding information from you. Strategic, I'm going to say you need to move into a careful kind of a way. And sometimes it's also about taking back your power quietly. So nobody never necessarily notices, like without having a confrontation. Now, if we look onto more of a emotional or more onto a spiritual kind of a way, I feel like the meaning of it is it's really asking you, are you being honest with yourself? Are you being honest with yourself? And are you being honest with the situation at hand? Like, are you holding back or are you hiding your true thoughts? Those are all different kind of questions that you could be asking yourself coming from that site, if you will. As for those little birds, those little crows, yeah, that's it's a spiritual message that is trying to reach out towards you. It's a warning often. It's an alert to pay close attention again to the surroundings around you, to also listen to your intuition. It also can mean that there's a transformation happening, and it also means that you're being watched, but you're also being protected. So all those beautiful things. That being said, the connection between the both of them, if we're going to make a connection, let's say we try to make a connection with it, there could be a connection that could be linking both of them. It's really saying that something is a little bit off somewhere. You need to stay aware. You need to move smart. Don't ignore the red flags. You're not crazy for sensing things perhaps that other people don't necessarily sense also. So all those little key combinations could be important for you to look at. Now, if we go and see into your question about the company that missed interview altogether, yeah, that was very interesting. So Love Shine is up next. Love Shine is up next, loves. Okay, sweetie. Well, it's a good thing, like you said, that it was something that was virtual, so you didn't necessarily have to go and you know, show on up completely. That being said, if there's no digital presence and they didn't show up, it's definitely a red flag. Definitely could have been a scam. It could have been a scam. It could have also just been something that was done that was, like, it could also just be a company that's a little bit off, not really all that organized. Maybe they found what they wanted, but it could very highly be a scam. So I'm going to say you protected your energy. You were being cautious. It's a win. There's no waste. You didn't even have to, you know, go to the place altogether. So altogether, just let it be. If they do contact you again, then just let them know that you're no longer interested in the position. You already showed up once. They were not there. And so that shows a lack of respect altogether. Now, oh, okay. That was into your questions. The hearing of the crows croaking. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know that was into your questions. I took it off of what you put in the chat. But the hearing the crows croaking, like often, like I said, is all about transformation. It's about hidden messages. It's warning signs from your subconscious or your spirit guides, if you will. Since it did start in June and it feels like a little bit eerie, it may be calling you to be a little bit more discerning with people or even with different type of decisions around you regarding your career, but also regarding the people that you do trust into your life. So the fact that sometimes you hear them without actually seeing them could mean that your intuition is becoming a little bit stronger. So it's heightening, if you will. So don't be afraid. It's more of a spiritual wake up, if you will. It's not a nudge towards anything that would be dark or bad or negative in any way. It's really just a little wake up call. Watch out for the people that are around you. Listen to your intuition, and you're rising a little bit higher on up, sweetie pie. Now, the dreaming of wise friend Jay. I won't say both names, but you know who they are. Okay, sweetie pie. When somebody shows up into your dream without a clear reason, especially if you're not close to them, it's something that is quite symbolic. I feel as though J represents a quality that you're being asked to reflect on. Confidence, communication, perhaps even somewhat of some connection. It is very, very possible that your subconscious is trying to tie up those loose ends around your connection with Y and how you felt perhaps into that social circle. So it's not something that is random. There is, there's a message to take a little bit of a pause, to reflect, and to release if necessary, if there's anything that you feel after that pause and that reflection that you must let go of. Job offers and updates. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for posting my beautiful love shine, by the way, sweetie. And just 1 second, I'm just going to go and see at the same time. Okay, no, everything is good. All right, let's continue, sweetie. Job offers or updates. The Lovers, the Three of Swords, not much into the decision realm. The Moon coming on through also. Not much of a transition happening at this moment. What I basically will say for you is the following. I feel like you're a little bit into a place where you're searching, but not necessarily finding at this moment. I sense that something more grounding is coming your way. It could be more into some type of like administration or something that could be design related at a smaller company, a smaller institution. This is not... I don't see you going into a place that is very, very big right away. And I've seen it for quite some time that it is going to be a small little place. So you may get a reply within the following, 2 to 3 weeks towards a new job. But I need you to keep applying, especially to anything that would be local, arts-based organizations. And just continue to stay aligned onto your path and what you want. You'll see that things are going to end up working on out, even if they do take a little bit longer. But for the moment, I'm going to say for the following 2 to 3 weeks, not too much. After that, there is a possibility of some opening towards you. But I feel like it's not necessarily, I feel like the opening that is coming towards you is not necessarily into your field, or is not exactly what it is that you want at this moment. I kind of feel like it's a little bit transitionary. Have you moved on from Y? Yes and no. The first way for you to know that you have not completely is because you ask about the person. When you move on completely from someone, often you don't necessarily ask about them because they're not really all that important for you, or they're no longer important. Although sometimes they can stay into your friend circle, but then you wouldn't have to ask. You would know, right? That being said, what I will say for you is this. I feel like you're working hard onto it. I do still feel like this person does occupy your thoughts. I'm not going to say they occupy your thoughts at all times, but they do still occupy your thoughts. You feel like you're often stuck into a place where there is some stagnation and where you don't necessarily have a collaboration where you guys can talk or speak. And I feel like that's what really you need in order to let go. I feel like you need to have that conversation. I feel like you need to have that certain closure. Not that you need the closure of the person saying, you just need that conversation. You need that interaction to help you close up that door. So by saying, do you still have feelings? Have you moved on? You have not completely moved on. You've moved on partially, but you have not moved on completely. if you would ask me, are you ready for another relationship with somebody else? I would most likely say no, because I still feel like you have some links that are attached to why. However, it doesn't mean that you're in love with that person. It means you still care for them and you're still kind of attached to them and you're still wondering how they're doing. Doesn't mean that you want to be back with them. It's not what I'm saying. The only thing that I'm saying over here is that I feel that you are into a place where you would like to have a contact. You would like to not necessarily lose that person into your environment, but it's like you keep hitting a brick wall, and that brick wall is hard to accept. And so you keep kind of hitting it, and you keep hoping at some point maybe a brick will fall down, but it stays the way that it is. But I feel like it's going to remain that way for quite some time. So I'm going to say there's still an emotional thread that is there, that's still present. But like I said, I feel like it's tied to past hopes, unanswered questions altogether, unresolved closure. And I really just feel like you need that conversation. If you would have that conversation and you would actually get the clarity and you would get the answers, it would help you to be able to move on forward. That's all you would really need. But it's not something that's being offered at this moment. So you're kind of a little bit stuck onto that. So that's what I see. So I'm basically going to say I feel like you're gently letting go of what could have been, is what it is, sweetie. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got for you, my sweetie pie. Gonna come and see our beautiful love shine. Yeah. I'm getting there, give you a second. Where are you getting? Where are you going? I don't know where you're going. Oh, you're running some. Lilith is running. Well, who's running? Juanson is running. Oh, Lord. Okay, just take your time. Do what you've got to do, Juanson. I'm sending you much love, my beautiful Elaine. One step at a time. You'll get this, sweetie. I'm sorry for the, I will call her the scary mom, all right? Not the lucky mom, the scary mom, the ghostly mom. That's what we'll call. Let's go towards our beautiful love shine. My beautiful Storytime Kitchen. If you would like to post your emotional content at this moment, if you would like to post your questions, sweetie, you're going to be next. The only thing you're running is your mouth. That could be really good merch too. I would buy that. I would buy a t-shirt with that written onto it. Oh, you're writing me an email. Oh, perfect. Okay, take your time, sweetie. Oh, okay. All right, Juanson. All right, I got you, sweetie. I think he is. Yeah. You just let him trickle into your teacup. All right. So, I mean, you should confess your feelings to her and ask her if she's same and or no, that's not what I mean, Elaine. No. It's a good idea, Juanson. You got to keep all your besties onto the same level. Otherwise, we get disorganized. You got to keep us the same, not one, keep us in the same place. I know. Je ne sais pas non plus, ma belle Lilith. J'ai pas lu le email. But I'll know soon. No, Elaine, what I'm trying to say is this. I don't want you to disclose. It's not a question of saying, I have these. It has nothing to do with feelings. It has to do with what is holding you back from the past. So if you're talking about expressing feelings that I still care for you, no. That's not what it's about. This is about, I need some type of a closure upon the reason why you're upset at me, or the reason why you're no longer talking to me, or the reason why, we stopped seeing each other. That's what you want. You want to go get some answers. You don't want to express how you're feeling. That, if it happens and it's all good. But that's not what that person is there for. You're there to get the closure. This is what happened, that's what happened, and this is why, and this is why, and this is why. And from that, you're going to understand why this person is into the way that they are and why they've kind of moved within, and they're not necessarily giving much information at this moment. So you'll understand their emotional state, and from there you can gauge and see, oh, well, okay, maybe I should say something, or maybe I shouldn't, or I just keep it like that. But what you need is those answers. That's what I mean. I kind of feel like I want to go read now too, Lilith. I do. All right, I'm going to go and see our beautiful love shine at this moment. I'm going to open Watson's, though. I am. Oh, twerp. Sorry, the twerp is not you, it's a-hole. Ah! All right. Oh, sweet Lord. All right. Well, let's go see. I know, Elaine. I know, sweetie. I know, my love. But it's difficult because if it's not given back in return, you're just hurting yourself. So it is best for you, if it is attention that you want, it is best for you to go get that attention elsewhere from somebody who's going to give it back to you. Now that's going to fill up your cup of tea, my sweet love. Love shine, love shine. I know it's not easy. I say it like that, like, ooh, it's so easy. No, it's not. It's really hard. It's really hard, Elaine. It is, but it's hard, but it is harder to stay into a place and not have anything in return than to break free, have that pain that will last a certain amount of time, but then be free and be free to receive the love that you deserve and to be able to give it too. Anyways, it's a perspective. It's not an easy path. It's a difficult one, but you're probably choosing a more difficult one now without actually knowing it. Why did I write MZ? I have no idea. I'm going to see Love Shine. I mean, the most difficult. I mean, the most difficult one is the one that you're on at this moment, Elaine. It's a difficult path to be onto, a path of healing, a path of wanting somebody that you can't necessarily have right now for X, Y, W, Z, A, B, C, D reason. It's more difficult to hold on to something, even though it is comfortable to hold on to that person because you know that person and you desire what you guys used to have. But today, it would probably be something completely different. You probably wouldn't even desire that person the way that they are today because they've changed and you've changed. So that's another factor that's into it. That's what I mean. Yeah. So over time, it's really just a question of what path you want to take. One was going to hurt more right here, right now, but is going to allow you to live and to be happy and to love again. And the other one will keep you into a state of wonder and pain. Well, all right. It doesn't hurt you in that way, but it must make you sad. It must make you wonder. It makes you feel something somewhere. I'm going to put Love Shine at 40 minutes because I talk like a lot. And Watson, what the heck is your tea that I'm not getting? What was it? What was I right with? Oh, there you go. Wait, what is this? Oh, look at that. Oh no, Sheldon's got food poisoning. Oh no. Oh God. I told you. I told you. Okay, I'm going to go and read all this later. I just had to go get some tea because I didn't know what the tea was. Okay, love shine. Here we go. Ah, la 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 la. All right. Doubtful is difficult too. Thank you, my beautiful. Mimi is going to be after HP. Yeah, because you set boundaries. Yeah, I know, sweetie. Alrighty. No, you have your mom, you have family, you have friends, you have, yeah. And you could go out, sweetie. You could meet new people. I'm just saying, where there's a will, there's a way. All right? That's it. That's all I gotta say. All you gotta be willing to do is to take that chance. But once you've taken that chance and you have dived into that pool or into that ocean, oh, an ocean's better, it's got fishes. Once you have dived into that ocean, although you don't dive into an ocean all that much, do you? Once you jump into the ocean, you will see there's many fishes out there. Some you won't like, some you will, some you'll want to hold on to, some you'll just want to have fun with, some you'll just want to eat with. Okay, I'm getting deeper and deeper into the ocean. I'm going to stop. But you know where I'm getting from this. Here we go, love shine. Sun up until sleep with wife only? With wife only. Yeah, it's always with wife only. Why the only? That is interesting. Okay, you caught me off guard with the only. So, with wife, look, we do have you're not going to like what I'm going to say, and I'm sorry for it. Not my fault in any kind of way. You know, I've told you into the past that even though he says nothing happens between him and her, some things do happen a couple times a year. Well, probably this is one of them. I don't know what they're up to, what they're doing. I have no idea, but there's something devilish. There's some sexual energy that is around. Yeah, so I'm going to say things are going well between them. There's definitely some sexual energy around them today, okay? I'm not going to get more into it. It's what I'm seeing. It's the energy. I don't think we need more details. Oh, let's go see with you. I say just take the information I gave you and, I don't know, act like if you didn't hear it, because it's not going to change anything anyways. It will happen 2-3 times a year. You know, may we like it or not, it will be there. So let's just act like I said nothing. That being said, Ace of Swords, we do have our, yeah. We're into a place where we do seem to want to reach out towards you. We want to be able to spend some time with you and reach out towards you. I feel like at this moment we're missing you is what I'm getting into the feelings. So I do have much love towards you, but I have a lot of I'm missing you. I want to be close to you. I want to feel your energy. This is what I'm getting from it. Okay, he's with her in the family. Oh, well, that makes sense. See, there you go. Yeah, okay. Well, his thoughts and feelings for Amy. Up next is story time. Well, beautiful Jess. Kitchen. I'm coming to see you, sweetie. All right. So here we go. His thoughts and feelings for you altogether. Getting over here, delays, getting a little bit impatient. Are things going well between you and him, like text wise, like message wise, is what I'm wondering, because I feel as though it's like if you are awaiting something from him, and it's like if maybe he's not giving it right away. I don't know if he's texting the same, or if there's delays, or if it's shorter. There's like a little something that is there, but into his feelings towards you altogether, his thoughts and feelings for you. I feel like he has a certain amount of stress upon his shoulders to try to be there for you as much as he possibly can. But not always necessarily being able to do so. So there's, yes, he loves you, but there's that burden of needing to do something, needing to be at the right level. So, you don't get upset out of him is what I'm gathering. So I'm going to say he's trying to be attentive and he's trying to be careful. Yeah. Not to create any issues. Now, how is Em feeling today? Because he's with her and the family, right? And is he missing you? Well, we saw into the cards earlier that he was missing you, but he is, he's with family. The Hierophant is there altogether. I feel like he's trying to do the best that he possibly can, but at the very same time, I feel like it's complicated. I feel like there's instability. Yes, I do feel like he misses you, but I do also feel like he has to kind of sneak away to try to either spend some time or send you a message. I feel like it can be a little bit difficult sometimes to do that. So does he miss you? I will say yes. Basically, altogether, I'm going to say things are going well. Like I said previously, I don't really have any problems between him and the wife today. I'm just going to say altogether, I feel as though sometimes he just kind of wants to escape. Like, he's not all that interested in being there. And into the tarot. We're going to go and look what the tarot has to say. So, Storytime Kitchen is next, followed out by HP and Mimi. I will say right away that we're going to be closing at 11 for tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow we are Friday, so tomorrow is the last day of the week for the lives. And there will not be a surprise live this weekend. That I know for sure, because Saturday I'm going to the Cirque de Paris in the evening. Yes. And and my sweetie pie is arriving this weekend. So, here we go. Tarot, sweetie. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. He knows that you're probably stressed by this. He knows that you're probably not that happy. And I do get a lot of just giving you the information that is necessary, but nothing much more. It's like he doesn't want to create any problems, doesn't want to create any issues in any kind of a way. So he's staying onto his position, not giving you too much information, knowing that you're probably feeling a little bit uncomfortable about the whole situation, which makes complete sense. Anybody would be. That being said, though, he does love you and he is excited to come back and see you and spend some time with you, my sweetie pie. So even if he is far away, nothing breaks that bond. Let me go back down over here. Good night, my beautiful Elaine. Good night. Email. I'm going to come and see it. Thank you, sweetie. Love you too, Storytime Kitchen. How is tomorrow Friday? It feels like yesterday was Monday. No, I'm super excited tomorrow's Friday. I couldn't wait for this Friday to arrive. I can't wait for Saturday. Oh, Alex has been gone for 10 days. Enough. Enough of all of this. It's too long. Sweet Lord. Yeah, I'm excited about the weekend. It did go by fairly quickly, though. Yes, well, my beautiful love shine. The whole Saki thing. Like I said, he is married with her. It will happen. It happens a couple times a year. That being said, this is one of them. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. It doesn't mean he doesn't want to be with you. It doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. It's different. It's not the same. It's a different thought. It's a different emotional vibe. It's not the same. Is he excited to come and see you? Yes. That being said, yeah. What is that? Lisa's about to be doing an ooh la la dance to the song Reunited. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what it is. And I'm probably not even going to see him till like Monday or Tuesday. Seriously. Yeah, because he's arriving Saturday and it's a 9-hour flight. So I'm hoping for the beginning of the week. But I'm just glad he's going to be here because, you know, things get back to normal. That's pretty much what it is. No, it's not Ajad. It's absolutely not too late, sweetie pie. Is it because he wants to? Well, I'm going to say he doesn't mind to do so. I don't want to make it sound, Love Shine, I don't want to make it sound like I want to tell you the truth, which is why I told you I see that it's happening, and I don't say it often. So I feel like it's important to let you know, because I don't want to hide it from you, and he's not going to tell you. I'm not going to say it's something that's super exciting and that he's bringing up and he wants to do all the time. But it is just what it is. It's the occasion is going to be there, and that's what's going to happen. Don't torture yourself upon it, sweetie. His emotional love is not there, and it's not the same with you. It's different worlds. But the more you think about it, the more you concentrate upon it, you're just going to hurt yourself, sweetie pie. It is best to let it go. The Devil's Tango, not this weekend. Not this weekend. I would love to, but I'm sure he's going to be too tired. There's no dancing Devil Tango this weekend. Monday or Tuesday, maybe? Woohoo! Yeah. Next weekend? Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, look. I just missed the man, all right? There you go. So that being said, no, I feel like it's going to be before he texts you. Before he texts you, sweetie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The horizontal polka. Oh my God. I know what all you guys are talking about, but I've never heard of such a thing. I just know what you guys are talking about. Yeah. No, it's before, Love Shine. It's before. All right, enough about my love life here, guys. You horizontal polka and the devil's dance, or God knows what, devil tango. Sweet Lord. I'm going into Storytime's kitchen, all right? Be good. Be good, guys. Yeah, serious. Okay, I'm that's it. Before. The answer is before he's going to text you. Before. Be good, je suis un ange. Yeah, no. Toujours. Absolutely. I'm going to say un ange cornu is what I'm going to say. Take it as you wish. All right. Storytime kitchen. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm not looking into the chat at this moment, which doesn't mean, Juanson and Lilith, that you guys can be little devils, but it's all good. I'm just not looking right now. Oh, you. What's up, you? You are Mrs. D, and we aren't talking about the twerp. What twerp? What are you talking about? You are Mrs. D, and I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm lost. Yes. Thank you, Storytime Kitchen. You always have to watch out for them. No. This isn't my email? No, I'm reading your email. I'm reading your email, sweetie, at this moment. Yeah, just 1 second. I'm reading it. I'm working onto it. Alrighty. Okay, no, Watson and Lilith. Oh, maybe, but I'm actually missing, I really am missing the man himself, honestly. Honestly, like we talk 3-4 hours a day, and not when he's away on vacay, because he's like 6 hours difference and doing other things. So it's not just about that. I actually miss the person. I just want to clarify that. It's a combo, all right? It's a combo. How's that? Alrighty, so I'm still reading, my sweetie pie. That's a long message, my sweet one. That's a long message. Hold on. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go and see that. Oh, you're such a sweetie pie, Juanson. I appreciate it. I'm glad you don't like him as much as I do. That's just normal. But yes, you're a sweetie pie. Thank you, my dear Juanson. I appreciate it, love. I do. Alrighty. So, hi, Tink. Nice to see you, sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry, love, shine, sweetie. You added one more question, my beautiful Julie. Hi, Tink. Nice to see you, sweetie pie. Okay, my loves. Up next, at this moment, we are with Storytime Kitchen. HP is going to be next. Then I'm going to go and see Julie. I'm going to go and see Tink. And then we're going to go and see Mimi. All right? A little while. Not that long of a while, Tink. It is nice to see you, sweetie pie. All right. So here we go. Let's move on forward with it. Julie, if you want, I can go and see you on Messenger and let you know when it's your turn. Probably going to be in about 10-15 minutes, sweetie pie. I think if you want a timestamp, same thing for you, my love, probably in about 20 minutes, sweetie. All right, so here we go. All right, this is what I've got for you, my beautiful Jess. All right, sweetie. I know this connection is very, very emotionally charged. I know that you've tapped into a lot of the dynamics. I feel like these are more natural impressions. I don't believe it has anything to do with, I know that you did refer to the term delusional. I don't feel like that has anything to do with it. I feel like there's a certain sensitivity that is there. Now, how is he actually feeling? I feel as though he's more into an internal chaos. I feel like he's conflicted. I feel like he's rattled. I feel like he's into somewhat of an emotional avoidance mode, if you will. I feel like there's that push and pull going from inside of him, like one part of him craves that emotional layeredness or depth, if you want. But there's also the playful side. There's also the powerful dynamic that you do offer. So, but then another part is terrified of how exposed he actually feels when he's around you. So your insight about his own sexuality, we'll put it that way, your refusal to play into the old narratives, all those things, and your emotional clarity, they ended up kind of just shaking him, if you will, because they hit different truths, if you will, that he hasn't completely fully faced. So the actual revet moment followed by the actual shutdown, that's him regressing to control, trying to reassert, if you will, the ego whenever it does feel like it is vulnerable. That being said, doesn't mean that this is the end. It doesn't mean that it's the end, but it definitely does mean that he is in control of the situation and that there is a significant pause that is there. I feel like he needs his space right now because his ego, I feel, is bruised. And I feel like he's retreating more into his safety and into a routine kind of a mode. So the silence is a defense mechanism. It's not an absence of feeling altogether. I also feel like he's watching to see if you're going to chase him. But at the same time, it's crazy because we've got such that we've got that toss and turn. We've got that equilibrium that is completely, if you will, broken. So he's on one hand wanting to see if you're going to chase him, but on to the other hand, he's kind of hoping that you don't, because that would actually force him to face everything that you represent, which would be intimacy and truth and transformation, which are very deep and like it's a lot to take on in. So what's really happening with the other girl, we're going to go and see that. Okay. You're right to be cautious. There's still a thread between them. There's no doubt about it. But it's more something that is transactional or ego-driven than something that would be emotional. She did cut the other man, but I feel like Charles feels like this is more like a fallback or a convenience to her. And his subconscious does know this. So I'm going to say he kind of tries to overcompensate by defending her as to kind of convince himself that there is something deeper that is there, but there is really nothing that is deeper that is there. So his message did carry a strange reverence because it's still trying to, if you will, idealize her to soothe his own insecurity, Not because it is real, not because of anything of such, really just the way that he feels, the way that he needs to work upon himself. So what are his plans? Long-term prognosis? Following month, probably continued distance, maybe superficial check-ins here and there, perhaps no big movements. 3 months, there could be somewhat of a shift with like a neutral reason, something that will be random, something that couldn't even be a little bit funny, just to kind of test a little bit your emotional desire or temperature, if you will. Within the following 6 months, I feel like he's probably going to end up reflecting a little bit more into the connection, a little bit more into an honest kind of a way. That other little girl is no longer going to be there no more. And I do say little girl because she's not old. She's major, but she's not old. So I'm going to say all together, the reader who said that he's going to circle back at some point, perhaps. But the quality of that return is going to depend on whether he works onto shame, identity, intimacy blocks, like all those things, because otherwise the cycle is simply going to repeat itself. So I'm going to say perhaps in the beginning of next year, end of this year, beginning of next year, there could be somewhat of a shift, but that's going to depend upon the connections that he actually has around him and how he's feeling about those connections. If he's feeling secure, alone, or whatsoever. That's really the emotional state that's going to dictate if he's going to end up reaching on out. It's a little bit too soon to say because there are too many movements that could be happening. Now, is he more, let's say, bi than what he actually lets on? I actually do feel that he is repressing it. I'm not going to say I'll say maybe he's curious. You know, there's such a thing as an in-between. You're not quite bi, but you could be bi-curious. I can't quite get into it because it is YouTube and it is a family channel. So I will say I feel as though you're right, but maybe not into the depthness of what we think. There could be a surface of curiosity that is there without necessarily, like, we could want to explore it, but not necessarily want to dive into it at any moment in time, if you know what I mean. It could be something, it could be occasional every once in a while, could be interesting, could be fun. I will say yes onto that one. But I do feel as though he does have that energy of like internalized shame or desire, maybe even a little bit of fragmentation around his identity altogether. So it's interesting that you did a poke into it. I'm going to say it's really up to him to decide what he wants to do with that altogether. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a whatever he wants thing. I'll put it that way. If it's what you like, it's what you like. That's it. That's all. His feelings for you. Sweetie Pie, he does care for you. He does, but he hides all that stuff. He's afraid of how much power you have over his own emotional self. So he feels safe into a dynamic where he's in control. All right. But the moment that you begin kind of shifting, that's where he kind of starts to be scrambled. He's scrambling all over the place. So he's drawn to your energy. He's drawn to your insight. He's drawn to your creativity. But he's also quite terrified that you are going to see the parts of him that he spent years just kind of hiding from everyone, including himself. So basically, my love, if I'm going to do an overall altogether, and HP, please let us know if you're here because you're next, sweetie. Your connection with him has a very strong energy. It is one that is transformative, one that is intense, one that is spiritual. And that doesn't mean, though, that it is meant to be something that is permanent. But it is meant to be awakened. So you've already planted the seeds altogether into him. So whether he's going to run for it or grow into them, that's entirely, I'm going to say, up to him. How he transforms, how he changes, and how he actually approaches the situation when he comes back around to you, and where you're at into your emotional state at that moment in time. So, if you can hold a space without abandoning yourself to see if he's going to return, then okay. But don't forget that you're not there to, if I could say, babysit his shadow. You're there to be loved. You're there to be loved into who you are, into your full brilliance at the very same time. So yeah, just be careful about it. It's It's a twisty kind of a path. It's got a lot of, ups and downs and all different kind of things. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel my love. I feel, sweetie pie, that what you really, really, hi, Shamika, sweetie pie. I feel like, and what can you do? I know that you love the man. I know that you do, sweetie, but the man is not good for you. The way that he is at this moment, he is not good for you. You don't feel as though you're good enough for him because you're wanting to modify and change things about you, and he is not ready to be with you. So if he's not ready to be with you and you're not feeling like you're complete as a whole person into the way that you want to show yourself to him, let's say loss of weight, everything of the such, then you're just not complimenting each other at this moment. So he's still seeing other people. He's still interested in other people. And you're just kind of left there. You shouldn't be left there. You should be the center of attention. So honestly, my love, it's entirely up to you. Sweet love, I'm going to say to you, I know that you love this man. I know that you do. Is this connection probably the best one for you? Probably not. Like I've said previously, and like I've said tonight, there's a very high probability that he will not necessarily come back around, that he's going to stay stuck into his old ways. He likes the little young ones. He likes to do his little things. He likes to be called different ways. He's exploring different things. There's a lot of things into that do not fit into committed relationship or anything of the such. And what you're looking for is compassionate. You're looking for love. You're looking for somebody to fill up your cup, to take care of you, to love you, and that you can love into an equal kind of a respectful way. And that's not what I'm getting. My beautiful Queen of Cups is accompanied by the devil, who has strings attached and shackles upon you. So if you don't necessarily follow what this little devil says, the devil's not always bad. The devil has a lot of sexual energy. The devil can be very, very strong, can be good in certain ways, but into this occasion, probably not, sweetie. I know you love him. I'm going to say the best thing to do is, in this moment, he's not interested into the relationship. So you work on you, become the best version of yourself that you wish to become. And I do mention you wish to become. And once you have done that for yourself, then you can see if this is still something that you want or not. You can always remain friends with him. You could ask him, hey, we'll not do the commitment thing. You do your thing. I'll work on me. And we can see where this goes. You could continue to talk with him and everything and the such. You can continue into that kind of a way. But it's difficult. Yeah. Or the U card, Hanson. What was rude, Hanson? What did I miss? What did I miss? My gosh. Yeah. Well, Storytime Kitchen. Ask yourself the question. Take yourself a piece of paper and ask yourself a question. Why does this man make me feel alive? Why? There's reasons. There's reasons. Take yourself a piece of paper. How does this person make me feel? Not just when he makes you feel alive. He makes you feel alive, but he also makes you feel sad and upset and lost and lonely. Take all those things, the good and the bad, and try to figure out why he makes you feel that way versus somebody else. Well, that is simply because you're still holding on to this one. Leave yourself some time, sweetie. Let go of this one, and you'll be able to find somebody new to pop into your life. If you continue to hold on to this person, he's not going to let you go. He's not going to let you go. Why should he? Sweetie pie, you are offering him love. You are offering him attention. You're offering to him what he wants, and you're transforming yourself. That's powerful. You're giving this man a lot of power. Ask yourself the question, my love. honestly, and take your time to answer it. What does this person bring into my life? Into the good and into the bad. Ask yourself onto a piece of paper what you're looking for into a partner. And then describe what he is as a partner. Do they mix? Do they match? Look at all those things. Ask yourself what you want in life. Do you want a partner? Do you want a long-term relationship? Do you want somebody who's going to love you? Somebody who's going to answer you when you write? Somebody who's going to say you're the most beautiful? Somebody who's going to take you to see family and friends? Somebody who's going to want to spend holidays with you? What do you want? We all want different things. There's nothing wrong with just saying, I want to hook up, or I want to see this person every once in a while, or you need to define what you want, and you need to see what he can give you. And if he cannot give it to you, then yes, you are loving truly. You are. But if he can't give it to you, then you are loving a little bit into the void. It's a little bit like I was saying earlier to Elaine. It's a difficult path to be on. But if you're loving into the void, you're not getting anything in return. You're just giving and giving and giving. You're emptying your own cup, and nobody is filling it up for you. So don't wait until you have nothing left into your cup and then you're feeling sad and lost and a little bit of despair. The person who came to you and said they love you, all right, okay, perfect, but that's okay. There's suitors all over the place. Absolutely. The fact that you have some just goes to prove to you that, hey, yes, you are interesting. Yes, you are worthy of love. Yes, you do have people that are around you. So take those type of examples and bring them forward to you and say, you know what, I am worthy of that kind of a love. And if he can't give it to me, then ciao, bye. That's it. Goodbye. I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm going to find somebody who can give this to me. But somebody, it doesn't mean, like, my gosh, I speak with people and, you know, I don't love them by any means whatsoever. Would not want anything to do with them whatsoever. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're not meant to be with that person. The connection is not there. And it's okay. We're not meant to be with everybody. We have to pick and choose. The fact that you can pick and choose is good, though. Hold on over here. And we do also have, I'm going to update the list in just a few moments, okay? For the moment, I'm going to go and see High Priestess. So you need to look at all that, my sweetie pie, and you need to figure out what is best for you. You're the only one who knows. What you're gonna actually feel when you're gonna meet him, the person of your yeah. Thank you, High Priestess. You're just going to feel like you're comfortable. You're going to feel like you're happy. You're going to feel like you're at a good place. You're not going to feel like you're going to have to change yourself. You don't feel like you have to change your eye color or the way that you put your hair or the way that you color your hair. Or you're not going to have to feel like you're going to have to lose 5 pounds, or you're not going to have to wear heels if you never wear heels. You'll just be comfortable the way that you are, and you'll be accepted the way that you are. And that's going to be a beautiful change. Yeah, Love Shine, I did see, sweetie. I did see my love. Yeah. But don't post your questions right away, okay, Love Shine, unless you want to send them by email, because I do have a few readings here. I'm going to start with our beautiful High Priestess. That's going to depend when you meet him. It depends when you meet him, sweetie. If you meet him in 3 months, you're not going to feel the same way that you're going to feel right now. If you meet him in 6 months, you're still not going to feel the same way than in 3 months, or it's going to change. You're going to want to move on forward with something. You're going to want to change something. You're going to want to modify something. But what I can see over here is you're going to want to modify. You're going to want to change, but he's going to stay into his energy. Charles is not changing. You're changing. He's not. And he's the one who needs to change. High Priestess. Here you go, sweetie. Hold on. You and your brother and your mom got notified. Okay. As of October 31st. Did this happen last year too? Why do I feel that? Why do I feel like this happened to you not long ago? Here we go. Up next is going to be Julie. I'm just going to go let Julie know that she is next. Just one second. Okay. Okay, that is sent out, and here we go. So, High Priestess, my pleasure, sweetie. And your mom, they were arguing. No, that is not the Queen of Wands. It is the Princess of Wands, sweetie. But this year they're not. Okay. That was a princess. She's equal a little bit to the Page of Wands, sweetie pie. Okay, so a lot going on for you, sweetie. Everybody's going through the most crappiest retrograde, right? I don't know if there's actually something good that comes I'll say at some point. Let's go see. So that's a lot to take on in altogether. Especially since I know that you would ultimately like to move on out yourself, but without them. But it just brings a lot of indecisions altogether. It does bring new ideas. It does bring a lot of things. I feel like you will be finding a place, and I feel like spiritually this is going to feel like it's a little bit of a reset. It's a chance to find somewhat of a space that's going to support your growth, that's going to bring a certain amount of peace to the current, I'm going to say, energy that is around. I do feel like something is going to be opening on up somewhere, I'm going to say by late September, early October. So it's going to be like it's going to be pretty much last minute, sweetie. I feel like this is a place that you're not really expecting and you're just going to find it. So I'm going to say keep your energy open. Try not to panic. The next home is right there, right around the corner, but you are going to have to, yes, I see the great indecision. So September, end September, beginning October is when this is happening. I ultimately feel like you're the one who's, and I hate to say it because I feel like you're the one who's putting a lot of work towards it. It's almost like if you're putting more work towards going to find, yes, the job, yes, the new place and everything of the such. And it's almost like if you're a little bit alone doing so. I feel like your brother is going to help a little bit, but I don't feel like your mom's going to be all that much of an aid. It's almost like if we're putting this a little bit onto your back, like you have to look for this and you have to search for this. It's like you have to make things happen because you make things happen and you often do. You always do make things happen. But that being said, that's what I'm actually seeing it happening. So as for the new place, I will say yes. I don't feel like it's very far from where you're at this moment. I'm going to say probably about 10 minutes away, perhaps. It's really not all that far. So, yes. Are you going to like it? Is it going to be, those are other questions that could pop on through. It's going to be okay. It'll be new. The energy will be new. Is it your favorite place on earth? Probably not, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be good and it's going to serve its purpose. Besides the following place you're going to be moving in, I do not believe that you're going to be staying there for all that long. I do foresee that at some point you will end up moving out from your mom and your brother's place altogether. But yes, you're the one who is finding, you're the one who is going to be doing all of that work, but you will find. Work is going to be appearing in, I'm going to say the following 4 to 8 weeks. 4 to 8 weeks. there is something that's going to be offered towards you. I do, however, feel like it's a little bit transitionary. It might not be, like, I feel like it's more of a contract. I don't feel like it is something that is going to be offered to you for a whole, like, I feel a contract like 3 to 6 months, something of the such. So I'm going to say within the following 4 to 8 weeks, you should be getting that. That's going to be coming your way. And I still don't feel like it's exactly what it is that you want. I still feel like you're a little bit in limbo. But it will be a job. It will pay the bills. It will be okay. I don't feel like it's going to be toxic. It'll do what it needs to do for that point and for that time being until you find something else. Something else will pop on through for you. I'm going to say at the end of that contract, somewhere around the month of January or February. Then I feel like you're more going to be into your domain. Yeah. And I feel like you don't have a lot of time to work onto your passion, onto your business. Hello, Big Cleo. Thank you, Sweetie Pie. And thank you, Lilith. Thank you, Big Cleo. Hope you're doing good, sweetie. That is very, very stressful, my love. Big Cleo, you're probably not going to be up for like 35 to 40 minutes, okay, sweetie? But we'll leave you a timestamp, or if you want to come back in about that amount of time, my love. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your patience, sweetie. No, it's really stressful, my beautiful. It really, really is. It's stressful and it's scary because it's not just your faith, but it's like everybody's waiting for you to do it. You're the one who's going to do it. You're the one who's going to move forward, and you have all that stress, and it shouldn't be up to you to have all that stress. It should be shared, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Letting me know, my love, if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. And I'm sorry into the meanwhile. I know that it's a difficult time and it's not easy altogether. Julie, let me know if there's anything else, okay, sweetie? Tink, let us know if you're here. Tink 777, you're gonna be next. After Tink, I'm going to go and see Aja. So Julie. Okay. So my beautiful love, just let me know if you are here. Okay, perfect. Is your mom gonna find, just 1 second, my beautiful Julie? Thank you, my dear Watson, for your list, sweetie. Okay. Is your mom going to find her own place? No, you're moving in with your mom, sweetie. She's not finding her own place. She needs you to find it. No. She's not finding her own place. You're the one who's helping her find it, my love. Julie, sweetie, I did say that. I did. Okay, so here we go. So, I'm actually going to say a nice, beautiful yes to it. I shall. So it's a definite yes into this, my sweetie pie. I do feel like he misses you so much more than what he's actually willing to admit to himself at this moment. I feel like deep down it's building. It's, it's like a quiet little ache, and I feel like he tries to suppress it, and he tries to suppress it sometimes with logic, sometimes he tries to do it with distraction, but your silence just keeps nudging him closer to the truth. So I'm going to say yes, he is eventually going to admit it to himself. Not just that he misses you like crazy, but that your connection means so much more to him than what he's actually letting on at this moment. So it's just taking time for his own emotional side to win over his defenses. That's it. That's all, my sweetie pie. So, yes. He does miss you more than what he's willing to admit. Absolutely. And at some point, he's going to realize both of them. He's going to not realize, he's going to admit it, is what it is. Sending you love, my beautiful high priestess, sweetie. My beautiful Tink 777, are you here, my love? I'm going to come and see our beautiful Tink, followed out by Ajant. Julie, please let me know if there is anything else, sweetie. Tink is going to be at 1:30. Oh, you're here. Then you do not need a timestamp. You got a new job, sweetie. Congratulations. That pays way more. But he's still staying with the current job at the same time. Is he staying because of you, or am I just overthinking? See you a little bit later, Julian. Yes, continue to be strong, sweetie pie. Okay, so Az got a new job that pays way more, but he's still staying with his current job at the same time. Okay, let's go and see what he's actually up to. It is kind of curious, ain't it? Yeah, unless he has a truckload of bills to pay. Then he would actually keep both jobs. Yeah. All right, well, let's go and see that. Up next is Ajat. After Ajat, I'm going to go and see Mimi, guys. All right. Then I'm going to go and see Love Shine and Big Cleo. So Ajat is next. Followed up by Mimi. Alrighty. Alrighty. King's, not the kings, but the king of sword. The magician. Loss and pleasure. Okay, sweetie. What I will say is this for you. It's totally valid to actually wonder this because it is a big move, and yet his choosing to stay where he's at this moment. I will actually say I feel as though S is staying on, despite the better pay elsewhere, is suggesting that there is something more that is keeping him around. Are you part of the reason I will say yes? Are you 100% the reason I will say no? I feel as though your presence does carry a certain weight, so you're not overthinking things. I feel like your intuition is picking up onto something real. There's no doubt about it. I just kind of feel like at this moment in time, he thinks about you. He wonders a lot about you. He doesn't really know. He doesn't really want to lose the connection in any kind of a way. So he is continuing, anyways, for the moment onto this path. Will he do it forever? Probably not. But will he continue at least for the following, I'll say 2 to 3 months? Absolutely. So what could actually be important for you at this moment is to try to utilize and to try to make best of this connection as best as you possibly can. So the more you can get out of it, the more you can have advancement. This is like your time to say, okay, let's do something with this. Let's try to make this move on forward. May it be into a friendship kind of way. Let's go get coffee. Let's just some type of a connection that will not be lost if within the following 2-3 months he decides I'm just going to keep this one and I'm not going to continue with both, if you know where I'm going. Because I feel as though part of it is that, yes, he is sticking around because of you, but at some point in time he might become a little bit tired of doing all of this. I do also feel as though he does, for some reason, like, does this man, does he have his house or something? I see him trying to put money aside, not because he's got bills, but there's something he wants. I don't know if it's a house. It's some type of investment. I don't know if it's a house, if it's a car, if it's, I don't know what it is. He was even playing old school love songs. You see, sweetie pie. So let's utilize this time, all right? There's 2 reasons. He's trying to invest into something. I don't know if it's a house, if it's a new car, if it's, there's something he wants that he's trying to gather money for. But there's also the you factor. So I want you, okay, to do as much as you possibly can, which just can mean smile, return back the favors. If he brushes your shoulder, maybe you can brush his shoulder. I don't know. Maybe have dinner together. Maybe, you know, go have a friendly cup of coffee at some point in time without it necessarily being a date. But try to get that connection going a little bit more where you guys are a little bit more friendly, meeting outside of work. That's going to be important because part of him being there is because of you. He is highly interested in you. He is very curious about you. But let's take this moment and this time to really fructify what you've got so you end up getting something out of it. All right, my love. So are you overthinking? Absolutely not. And I'm going to say good for him for getting a better paying job. I'm going to say good for you and good for him sticking around because he is truly curious about you and he does want to get to know you more. So let's try to make this happen. It's a yes for me. Not that you're overthinking, but he's sticking around to the job because he likes you. Yeah, that's my story. Let me know, my sweetie pie, if there's anything else I can do for you. And I'm glad for you, sweetie. I am. In the meanwhile, let's go see our beautiful Ajat. Is Ajat around? Are you? I'm going to put you a timestamp. Oh no, sweetie. Ajat is going to be at 1:38. Thank you, my beautiful Tink, sweetie. Make this time nice and powerful, my love. It's what you've got to do. Now. What did you miss? You missed nothing. I'm with Ajat. Next is Mimi, Loveshine, and Big Cleo. Mimi, Loveshine, and Big Cleo. And we're closing at 11. If you didn't get that info, that's all you needed. So, Ajat, here we go. Then Mimi. Ajat, I already put a timestamp. Mimi's going to need a timestamp. Actually, everybody's going to need a timestamp from now on out. Why is he mad at you? What happened? Why is he mad at you? Oh, seriously? Oh. Okay, we're going to go and see. All right, let's go see what is going on. Why is he upset? Sweet Lord. All right, here we go. Alrighty. So what's up with O? And Mimi's next. If Love Shine is around, if you're around, my love, you can post your questions. You're going to be after Mimi. And please don't worry about Big Cleo's questions. I know that they're into the chat. She's a sweetie pie. But they're also into, it doesn't matter if we lose them. They're also in PayPal. So here we go, sweetie. There's a mix. There's a mix of things. All right. I feel like O's anger might not be entirely about you. I feel like there's a sense, a little bit of him projecting or using this conflict a little bit like a way to somewhat create a little bit of a space because of stress, because of other unresolved stuff going on into his life. So, that being said, I do see a potential for reconciliation. Not even a potential. There will be a reconciliation. I just kind of feel like we need to let the emotions kind of settle, and there's like a space. We need to have that space for that beautiful, honest little conversation, right? But try not to, like, don't chase, I'm not even going to say you're going to apologize, but if you're thinking about it, don't over apologize. I know that this connection does matter to him, and he's going to be coming around, but when he's ready to be real, to be completely open with you. So I will basically say for you, reconciliation, yes. Is this entirely about you? No. I do feel like he truly does love you, but I do feel like he's got like the weight of the world upon his back. I feel like it's a little bit complicated. I feel like sometimes he feels that the collaboration is difficult. And I feel like sometimes he feels like he's simply powerless versus things, you know, moving on forward and all that thing. So, yeah, that's what I can basically see from this. So, you know, I'm basically going to stay over here for you, my sweetie pie. It's not just about you. It's about him. It's about his issues. It's about his problems. And it was just one little conversation, one little thing. He just needs space to figure out and to put his things into the right place. And when I speak about figure out, I'm not talking about figuring out what place you take into his life. I'm not talking about that. A reconciliation there will be. There is no problem about that. I don't see any breakages happening between the both of you. The love is there. The care is there. He just has other issues, and that kind of just all kind of washed upon you. Not fair, not okay, but he'll come around. And give it probably 3 or 4 days, my love. I'm sorry for the emotional turmoil along the way, though, because I know that that's a tough place to be into. That's it, Hanson. You get one. You get one. Yes, I love it. Oh my God. That is so perfect. Yeah, they all get one. They just all get one. Yeah, I do. I especially love the first big finger. That is so pointed. It is so in your face. Yeah, it looks like, what is it? Some type of old publicity that was coming from the States having to do with voting, but like a real long time ago, they used that big hand with that big finger. I don't know what it was. I got it in my brain, but it's scattered. I'll just let it scatter. I'll just let it there. All right, let's go see Mimi. Oh, there you go. Uncle Sam. Thank you. It's Uncle Sam. Yes, that's it. It's Uncle Sam's big hand. Oh, you don't want to be slapped with Uncle Sam. Look at his hand. Oh, my God. He's got like a Hulk hand. Jeez. All right. Hold on. My Bluefoot girl is arriving. Vous avez besoin de chargeur?
Oui, puis maman.
Annette, est-ce que tu restes sur le divan?
Maman, moi puis Annette, Oui.
réussi à
Dépêchez-vous parce que je travaille. Hein?
Roblox, on
Oui.
a fait 31
Oui.
mètres avec des
Oui.
zombies qui nous chassaient, puis on
Ok.
avait une voiture qui nous
Oh, je vous aime de tout mon cœur. Ok.
Puis après, on avait 4
Just a second, guys.
Ok, c'est bon.
Oui. Ok. Hey, Anaël! Ok, Anaël, tu
Puis après,
retournes.
il y avait des boss.
Anaël, s'il vous plaît, tu retournes t'asseoir. Tu
Mais
gardes
c'est quand
ton...
ça finit?
Dans à peu près comme 20 minutes. Si vous avez besoin de chargeur, les 2 chargeurs sont là, mais les fils sont en bas.
Puis,
Chargeur, fil.
maman,
Avez-vous besoin de chargeur,
en
fil?
plus, il y avait des boss.
Ok. Adios, amigos.
On peut faire une soirée film, je qu'on a rien demain. On
Non,
n'a pas de sous.
on n'a pas de zoo. On va à la pharmacie.
Tu veux que je marque comme ça
Oh,
au zoo?
sweet lord. Non, ça va pas au zoo. Même Shrek, il m'a dit peut-être que vous devriez pas aller au zoo. Quel trou de... Stupid. Vous lui avez dit quand est-ce que vous allez au zoo, hein?
Ouais.
Ouais.
C'est pour ça qu'il... C'est peut-être pour ça qu'il voulait pas qu'on aille au zoo parce qu'il m'a
Ouais, il t'a fait du sabotage. Yeah, that's Raphael too. Yeah. Ok, Anaël, faut que tu retournes t'asseoir, s'il te plaît. J'arrive dans à peu près 30 minutes. Love you. On va écouter un film après. Bye bye, bébé. Je t'aime. Tu peux garder ma porte ouverte, m'écris pas. Oh, I said major. No, I said because she's young. You said she was like 19. I think for you guys it's 21. Over here it's 18. When you're 18, you're major. Like your legal age. I think you guys it's 21. But here it's 18. So into my mind it's legal age. But 19 is not quite legal for you guys. I think it's 21. Yeah. Or maybe it's just the drinking age. I don't know. God, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I meant by it. Yeah. Over here at 18, you can drink, you can do what you want, you can move out, whatever. It's your life. But for you guys, I think it's 21. In the UK, oh, it's 16. Oh my God. Sweet Lord. That is young. Okay, all right. I don't know. 16 sounds low. You would need to check. I don't think 16. I don't know. I don't want to bypass, but 16 seems really young. All right. Mimi. I'm coming to see you, Mimi. Yeah. Poor little Smurf. Seriously. Yeah, because as we're doing this reading, this live, A-Hole wrote to me and said when they went for a walk into the woods and they went with her pace. But maybe it's probably not a good idea for us to go to the zoo tomorrow. What the? Because I'm supposed to go to the zoo tomorrow, but I canceled my plans because she arrived home with a blue foot. Drinking age is 21. Yeah, there we go. Over here it's 18. Yeah. My gosh. When I was living in Italy, like everybody by the age of 12, 13, they sit down and they drink a glass of wine with their family. No, not her character. No, it was her age. Had to do with her age. I'm sorry. All right, so Mimi. I'm going to have to put a new timestamp for Mimi because, yeah, Smurf arrived and Raphael. They needed to talk to me about Roblox, apparently, and zombies. Yeah, no affiliation with Roblox or zombies. I have no idea. I think consent, I don't know. You would think that I'm going to remove that just because of the word, but not because you did something not okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put 149 for Mimi, and I'm sorry. Yeah. You used to have wine around 16, but it was a small taste. Yeah, no, my parents never gave me alcohol. Never, ever, ever. However, I do have to say the first time I drank, I was in my second year of high school. I was 14. And I was very, very ill. Very, very ill. I was going to a party. And my friend lived about 15 minutes away from my place by foot, and the party was 10 minutes away from my place by foot. And I remember getting very, very sick right in the corner of my house outside. My parents never knew because they were sleeping inside. Yeah. I will always remember that moment. Yeah, there you go. Your dad put red wine in water, just enough to make it pink, through your childhood? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow, that is interesting. No, my parents, no. They used to give me coolers that had 0.0000000, like nothing in them. And that's when I was like 14, 15. Yeah. My parents are not drinkers, though. No. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. No, my parents never gave me any. I did all that onto my own sweet self. That being said, here we go. Yeah, that's it. It kind of demystifies it altogether. It does. All right, Mimi, I'm with you, sweetie. I'm with you. I'm back with you. I'm not gonna put another timestamp. Poor Mimi, sweet Lord, and poor Lilith. Here I am putting a zillion timestamps. All right, so Mimi. So you done your supervision, you cut rid of it. Okay. Let's go see. If Love Shine is around, you can post your questions, sweetie. And then I've got Big Cleo. If I don't have Love Shines, I'll go see Big Cleo first. All right, sweetie. It sounds like you've been genuine and you've been quite intentional together. Good for you for staying true to yourself. Even when others, my beautiful Mimi, are guarded or can be a little bit guarded or kind of misinterpret your heart. Regarding your supervisor altogether, I do feel like she did notice your sincerity. Even if her first instinct, I feel, was something of more cautious. Deep down, I feel like she knows that you meant what you wrote, even if she won't openly show the appreciation right away. Now, as for R altogether, I'm going to call this person R, simply because I don't like to use people's names all that much. I like to keep them unidentified. Or incognito sounds better, doesn't it? The other one kind of sounds like, ugh. All right, so as for R, your honest feedback actually made an impression. I feel like her thank you for the enlightenment message shows that she's reflecting on what you said more positively than what you actually might think. So, you know, sometimes people just need a moment to kind of process honesty before they actually appreciate it. And I feel like you handled it really quite well with a lot of grace, my love. So good for you, sweetie. Your email's not too long today. Yeah, you're like not too talkative. Uh-huh. All right. As for Mr. Harry. Your energy always ends up reaching him in some kind of way. That's not something that is usually questionable. Your energy did reach him, but I feel like he's been sensing you a little bit more strongly the past day or two. I feel like he's been a little bit more nostalgic. Even if he's not showing it, he's not saying it, he's not reaching on out, it doesn't mean he's not feeling it. I still feel like he's distracted by his own mess, possibly still kind of fooling around and all the little thingies that he does, chit chats with other people and all that stuff. But I do not see a major change into his marriage yet. I do feel like his mind does drift towards you every once in a while, but I don't feel like he's going to text at this moment. But may he text or may he not text, it doesn't take away from the fact that he does think about you, especially into those little moments. So, yeah, job-wise, he's still looking, but nothing is really quite settled yet. I'm going to give you a universe message because you still haven't told me if you want messages from Mr. Harry or from Jay or from the universe or angels or spirit. So universe is what you're getting. Trust that what is meant for you is already making its way. The delays, the detours, the pauses, they're not denials. They are divine timing and emotion. Keep aligning with your truth and the universe is going to meet you halfway. Love you, sweetie. Stay strong. Stay focused. Hey, Love Shine, sweetie. You can post your questions, my love. A whole bottle of champagne. Oh my God, that sounds bad. That sounds really, really bad. Well, the first time was 20 years later and you weren't okay. You took 1 day to receive, then AA for 2 years. Ooh. Okay. No, it's not too much information. It's actually quite interesting. Yeah. I have to say, I never used to drink. Like no. Yes and no. It's been an on-off journey. Before I met Evil D, I was out partying like almost every night. Yeah. And I did drink an awful lot. And then I met D. God, jeez, frig. I met Evil D. And I was no longer drinking for, I don't know, many years. Wouldn't drink at all. Nothing. For, I don't know, maybe 10. I was with Evil D for like 19 years. So I was not drinking for about 15 years. Just because, I don't know, I didn't need it, didn't want it. Maybe I drank too much going out with my friends before. I have no idea. And then, the last year that I was with Evil D, I started drinking again. But I don't drink all that. Like, and I don't get sick. I take a drink every once in a while, but nothing more. Yeah. So that's it. That's all. That's my story on my drinking. Is that a D? Yes, that is Annelle's. Yes, that is my kids. All three of my kids, they all have the same dad. I was with him for 19 years. That is Evil D. Yeah, he's evil. I've been in court with him. I'm currently still in court with him for over a year now, a year and a half. Yeah, he's like a nightmare. Yeah, that's it, Juanson. I would drink and drink and drink. You're right. And I'd come back home and I would bake. I would bake like cakes and all different kind of things at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then my mom would wake up and she'd have all different kind of things. Like my best friend is Chinese and it has nothing to do with it, but she's really good at making Chinese rolls. And she's got the goods. She knows where to go and get them. And so we would make like spring rolls and stuff like at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, crazy stuff. That was back then to the time. Oh no, Storytime Kitchen. Oh no, he's giving me a hard time with everything, sweetie. He wanted to have the children 50-50 and I said no because my kids all don't like him. It's been very complicated. We've did like one psychological report with the court and then he said that he wasn't in agreement with it, so he wanted to pay to have one done. So he paid $10,000 to have another one done, which showed the same things as the first one. So shows that, anyways, point being, I'm not going to get into it, but it's been what it is. That being said, now we're getting down to not the kids. The kids, it's all good. It's all honkadory. I got pretty much what I wanted at 95%. Now we're getting down to house and all that stuff. It's very complicated. No, he's the father of three, sweetie. I have a 12-year-old, I have a 7-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old, sweet one. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I was a drunken baker. I know, right? I know. So anyways, that's my story. So that's it. Now I have 3 children and they're with me at all times. Like they're with me 95% of the time. I do everything. Homework. Yes. Gosh, after giving birth, the day after giving birth, cesarean, I was out there passing Halloween with my children. Like I never stop. You can't make me fall. No.
But anyways, that's that. No, I do not have a deep connection with him. I do not have a deep connection with him. I despise him on many, many levels, and I've despised him for a very long time. But it's a complicated situation, story time. We used to have a business together. We used to work together. House, children, it becomes complicated. Sometimes it's easier to stick together than to separate. Yeah. It just became too complicated. Too many fights, too many locks onto the doors. Too much craziness. Do we have Love Shines questions into the meanwhile? Yeah. Oh, it goes spiritual story time. Yeah, I know, too long to explain. Yeah. Yeah. You woke up into the worst pain of your life. They said it was just a Westerner who couldn't take the pain. Yeah, no. I had 2 cesareans. Yeah. And you were hemorrhaging internally, right? I know it's you have to be very, very careful, sweetie. You have to be very careful. Yeah. It's not to be played with. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Nope. Not to be played with. But anyways, it is what it is. So, yeah. You were very, very lucky that you did survive, sweetie pie. You were. Absolutely, my love. I'm looking for Love Shine. Do we have Love Shine's questions? Oh, wait, there, you're here. Okay, you're talking to M. Did it happen? If so, how does he feel about it? Oh, yeah, no. Love Shine, you're just torturing yourself at this moment. You're torturing yourself. I'm going to answer you, but you're torturing yourself, sweetie. Here we go. So, Love Shine. 202. Story time kitchen. You gotta be careful. Some people just... sweet Lord. Some people will say anything. Some people will try to minimize the effects of many things. So, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're good. And people should really listen to themselves a little bit more. It's not an in and out procedure. Yeah. No. Oh my God. What is that? Hopefully into the next life, you're my brother or somebody close to her so you can hang these under her pants on a tree. One. Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh, that's so funny. I love the way you're so sweet with the D. I would do so much worse. Of course. I would have D come on back as a little bug that I would meet onto the sidewalk that I would just purposely stomp on because it's ugly. She wasn't an evil woman. No, I know it's a culture, but the fact that it's a cultural thing doesn't mean that it's okay. You still have to watch out for the signs. You're supposed to kind of sit down, not do too much, not lift anything up, and be really, really careful for like 3 weeks and even more. Yeah, no. It's very dangerous, Storytime Kitchen. All right, sweetie. Did it happen already, my beautiful Love Shine, is what you're wondering. Yes. Yes, it has. It is a yes. So, did it happen already? I will say yes.
And Juanson, thank you for taking care of me into a future lifetime. I appreciate it. I'll make sure that we put each other onto the right path, on the same blueprint into a future lifetime. So did it happen? I will say yes. If so, how does he feel about it? Big Cleo is up next. I believe Big Cleo, unless there's a surprise somewhere, Big Cleo's the final reading for tonight. You know what? There's a mix. It's like I was saying earlier. Okay, we do have the movement. Yes, it has been done. I do feel like they feel close. They feel comfortable, close, and happy. But he does also feel some regret. So he does feel bad for what he's done, because he kind of feels like he cheated onto you into a certain way. So we do have some regret, but that the regret is in regards to you. In regards to her, we seem to be happy. We seem to be content. It seems to be, I'm going to say, a nice moment. Told you not to ask these questions, Love Shine. His thoughts on talking with you tonight. Okay. He's feeling emotionally like manipulative, a little bit anxious, a little bit selfish, but he wants to hold on to you because he loves you. So he knows that he did something that you're not going to like, but it doesn't really change anything into the outcome because he loves you and he wants to be with you. And he kind of feels like it's something to be somewhat expected into some kind of way. And into another way, he's going to say to himself, how would you even know anyways? So what's, yeah. It's like if it is hidden. If nobody says, how are you going to know, right? If I hadn't told you, how would you have known? He would continue to say nothing ever happens between them. Nothing usually happens between them, but every once in a while it does. His thoughts onto the fact that you were going to have a reading? He doesn't really know what to do with that. It can go both ways. It's like you make your own decision. You make your own decision. Whatever it is that you're going to hear, I'm just going to say I didn't do it. I didn't do it. All right? I'm holding on to you. I'm moving towards you. I didn't do it, whatever it is. So make up your own mind. I don't feel like he's really, really quite bothered by the fact that you're getting a reading because he could have come around and just say it didn't happen. Oh, Storytime Kitchen. I know, sweetie. All the hospitals that we have over here are all hospitals that are university hospitals, if you will. All of them. They're all affiliated with the university. Therefore, you often have the doctors that are there that have been there for many years, but you also have a lot of students who come towards you. I know. I had a student at my very last, for my son, the last child I had, who was supposed to give me the epidural before my cesarean. And it took him an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, trying to poke me while I was in severe pain to try to freeze me for the cesarean because we were waiting for the doctor who was gone out with somebody else into an emergency. At some point I said, that's enough, give me a real doctor. This is not working. And the real one came through and it took a second and it was done. But it was excruciating for like 45 minutes to an hour. But yeah, I get where you're getting to. A lot of the hospitals are like that. Yeah, that's how they learn, right? And it's okay if they get it the first shot or the second, but when it takes an hour, As you wish, my beautiful love shine. I see that it happened, and I see that that is what is going on at this moment. So, yeah. I cannot prove to you that it has happened. I'm not there with him. He can say what he wants, and you can think what you want, and it's all okay and it's all good. But I'm personally seeing that it has happened. I know that he's going to say that it didn't happen because he doesn't want to hurt you. He doesn't want to create any problems. And I get it. And I know that it's hurtful to hear all these things. And I'm sorry for it. You would probably be better not to ask that question like that. You do not get the answer. You just stay into the unknown. Sometimes the unknown is less hurtful than the known. But yeah. Oh, you're such a sweetie pie, Storytime Kitchen. Alors, beauté, qu'est-ce que tu fais, bébé? Qu'est-ce que tu fais, coconut?
Mais de un, ça fait mal.
Ouais.
Puis de deux,
Same thing for you, my beautiful
quand
love.
tu vas...
Tu veux-tu venir dire allô?
Ok, mais c'est quoi?
Here, our little Smurf is coming to say hi.
C'est quoi ce mot?
C'est toi. Parce que ton pied est bleu. Watson, il t'appelle le Smurf.
Maman.
Ok, mais c'est pas moi, c'est... Ok, t'appelles pas de Smurf. Tu peux venir dire allô.
Non, dis non.
Hi, my beautiful big Cleo, sweetie.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing...
Ben non, on a juste vu tes cheveux. Non, à peu près 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, all we can see is a little hair kind of pass on through. Epidurals are hell. Yeah, they are, but they relieve an awful lot. All right, Big Cleo, you're here right on time. And Storytime Kitchen, I'm sending you so much love. The same thing goes out to every single one of you guys. We've all been through some type of hell into our life. I don't care what it is. Yeah, she is even wearing it. She is, ain't she? I know. She doesn't want to be called a Smurf, though. She's like, why a Smurf? And I'm like, because he got a blue foot. And she's like, I don't want to be called a Smurf. I'm like, okay, don't. Yeah, I know she doesn't want to be called a Smurf. She doesn't. But that being said, yeah, we've all been through trials. Family, health, so many things. So we're all here for a reason, and so we should all be thankful to be here for that beautiful reason. It's not a question of love, my beautiful love shine. It's not a question of love. It's not a think about it in this way. Some people have socks with people that they do not love. Casual encounter. A good friend. I don't love you, but I like what you give to me. Some people do it, like in this occasion, because they are married. They do live together. They do have a certain connection together. It's not something that happens on a regular basis. It's something that happens 2, 3, 4 times a year. But every once in a while it does happen. Why? Basically because she has urges also. He might not have an urge to do that with her, but she does. And it's not that she's not attractive to him. It's just that the love and the desire is not there. The passion is not there. She doesn't provide to him what he needs and what he wants, which you provide what he wants and what he needs. But every once in a while, to keep things under control and to keep the household somewhat happy, if we don't want to arouse any suspicions, we have to kind of conduct ourselves into a way where things feel more normal. That's basically what it is. Yes. Sending much love out to you, my beautiful Storytime Kitchen. Okay, hold on. Big Cleo, sweetie. Here we go. I know that you like timestamps, so we're going to leave your timestamp even though you're here. I'm going to take out the board. Oh. Yeah. You see?
You see my beautiful Storytime Kitchen? We all have those stories. We all have dark stories somewhere. It's a question of how we survive, how we move forward, and how we no longer allow people to do that to us.
Big Cleo, sweetie. And then we're going to go and see our beautiful friend, Juanson. So, Big Cleo, I am, however, going to go into PayPal because I know your questions are there. You did post them. Let's go see what we've got. Raphaël, es-tu encore réveillé? Ah oui, t'es là. Alrighty. So. You felt into your heart he looked more yesterday. You think at least 5 to 6 times. I'm getting 3 to 4 times. Okay, let's go see. All right. So, let's start off with the first question. I say 3 to 4, you say 5 to 6. We're going to go and look. So we do have our lovers, we do have our anxiety that is at an ultimate low. We do have our beautiful clarity, which is why, because we were kind of spying, but we do feel a little bit far away from you. We do. All right. I'm going to say that your intuition is on point. I do feel like P did check your page yesterday. There's no doubt about it. And it was more than once. I feel like there's that sense of him feeling kind of drawn in. But I feel like he was kind of feeling like he was drawn in because he felt that you were... It's almost like if he felt that you were a little bit far away. And he kind of missed you. And so I feel that's why he kind of went on in and checked on a little bit more, a little bit into a way, if you will, of reassurance, wanting to make sure that you're there, wanting to make sure everything is okay, wanting to make sure that nothing has changed within your connection. So I feel like he's still trying to gauge where you're at, energetically speaking. I do not feel like 5 to 6 times is very far off, but I'm still going to go with my 3 to 4 times. I feel like he's looking for those subtle little signs, those little changes, something that's even going to make him feel even closer to you. So we're really looking and observing and searching. It is very, very strong within the energy, but we're all doing it into the actual purpose of making that movement towards you. So before I go and check that out, I'm going to go and see for your second question. Yes. The chariot is moving on forward. We don't want to feel lonely. We don't want to feel alone. We don't want to feel lost. We don't want to feel the burden. We want to feel like things are moving forward. We want to feel like there's an offer, like there's something coming our way. I'm going to say that yes, his resolve is definitely growing stronger. It's not firmly set in though. I'm going to put it that way. There's more clarity that is forming from in him. I feel like he's still battling a little bit of that fear or a little bit of that internal hesitation, but the desire to approach you privately is rising. The more clarity he gets, the more he goes to look, the more he feels that connection, the more he's going to want to reach on out. So I'm still going to say give it a little bit more time. I feel like the energy is still there. I still feel like it is shifting, though. It is not completely there. We're still into the movement. But I feel like he's inching closer to take that step forward. So I'm going to say we're definitely getting better onto it. We're still definitely going to be contacting you. I'm going to go and see with the pendulum. Yeah, you're just in time, Big Cleo. And you do have a timestamp at 2:14, but I think, yeah, you were here right on time. I'm getting like 3-4 times. Me, myself, I get 3-4 times. I'm going to go see. You know, often me and Spirit, we don't argue, but we don't always have the same answers. Sometimes there's like a day or two, or there's a time of two that is of difference. So I'm going to go and see what Spirit has to say. Me, myself, I say 4 times. You say 5 to 6. Let's go see what Spirit has to say. Is it in agreement with you, with me, or somewhere into the in-between? We're going to go and see. I appreciate you too, my beautiful Big Cleo. So, okay, did we look? That is a yes. Could you please let me know how many times? Please let me know. Okay, well, it seems like I'm... Oh, forgive me, Big Cleo. Forgive me, sweetie. I got around 4 times. You got 5 to 6, and Spirit is saying 6 to 7. So, looks like I'm into the... Yeah, it looks like the final answer is 6 to 7. So, I'm going to say you win. Let me go and see if he is getting closer to move towards you. Yeah, I know. It's okay, it's okay. I guess I average it down. Yeah. Okay. So, is he still planning on coming clean to you and coming to see you? That is a yes. Please let me know when. Okay. Onto that, I'm still getting over here like 5 to 6 weeks. So that seems to be pretty stagnant. Is he going to do it privately? Please let me know. And it is going to be privately. So, you know what? I'm going to say tonight, you win, I lose. That's all I have to say. And I'm glad to lose. You know, sometimes it's okay to lose. It's all right. It's all right. I got no problem with it. Love you. Yeah, you've got this. You've got this, sweetie. I'm going to say keep listening to yourself. You've got this. Honestly. You can. What would you like to know? But don't donate. Just ask me what your question is. Yeah. What would you like to know, Big Cleo? Oh, yes. I have no doubt about that. No doubt about that. I kind of feel like into a certain way, the fact that he does see you, you know, being professional sometimes does a little bit kind of scare him because he's much more into the creative kind of a world. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's a yes into my world, my sweetie pie. It's a yes, my love. No doubt about it. But it does sometimes kind of scare him because you are into a place where he's more into the creative world. He's got a lot of things. He's more kind of sporadic all over the place into his thoughts. And you're much more concise, much more onto a certain path. And that can sometimes create, like, you guys will fulfill each other and complete each other absolutely perfectly because you're not complete opposites, but you do have some opposites. And so you will be able to complete each other well. But sometimes it's a little bit scary onto that because you're very focused, you're very straight, you're very forward moving. And he's much more a little bit into the feelings, into the emotions, into what's going on. He's more into the intuitive kind of a way than the studying path kind of a way. Yeah. So does he sense that you are a professional and that you are studying at the same time? An ultimate yes. You're even holding the books over here. It is a yes unto me. And I will validate with pendulum and spirit since we don't always agree. Okay, hold on. And that will be a yes for you, my love. Well, thank you for entertaining you. It's my pleasure. Oh, my pleasure, sweetie pie. Yeah. Oh, why not? Yes, yes. I have thought. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I've thought about it. I've thought of having like little like mini lives where we just come and discuss things. Not necessarily questions, just discuss about different things. I don't know, think about it. Anyways, yeah, sometimes I can be entertaining. Sometimes more than others. Oh, wait till the cameras are off. Oh my God, I'm so wild. Oh my God. I'm sending you so much love, sweetie. And see you perhaps tomorrow. Otherwise, I wish you the most beautiful day. Oh yeah, off camera. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it. A girls' club with some boys. Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. The boys that we have into our club, they're very nice and they're very sweet though. So we accept them on in. Yeah. Because the real boys, oh my gosh, no. Oh my gosh. Good night, my beautiful big Cleo. Yes, I am a force not to be reckoned with. Just ask my mom. My mom will be able to say a lot of things to you. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Yes, that's it. That's it. Ah, there's a lot of man-childs out there. There's a lot of them. All right, so Juanson, you're not a man-child. No, we're coming to see you, sweetie pie. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is a long email. I am going to read it because earlier I wanted to know the T because I didn't get to read the T. Now I'm going to read it really carefully. So I'll let you guys entertain each other. Yeah. With a very good mood. And even, look at that, no longer available to court her anyway, but she was there. Honestly. Oh, the medium boxes were coming down. And before you passed on to Tiana what you heard about the page, yeah, that's it. He poisoned her, right? Yeah, he was like, I don't know, like the wicked, evil witch. Oh no. Oh no, the large ones. Because it wasn't fair that you were in a very easy place. Yeah. And you were sent over there. Yeah, no. No, good for you, sweetie. from some fish. She has to be careful with the fish she eats, eh? I'm sure she knows, but yeah. That's what I was gonna say. And the bump is getting bigger now, right? Yeah, she has to be careful. There's some fish she can eat, but there's a lot of fish she can't eat. Yeah. And the page was invited too, right? But that was another thing. On Cornell. Okay, we're gonna start with this. Yeah. All right. Okie dokie. So we're gonna start with the love. We're gonna move on forward with the general. And then we're gonna go and see how she's doing, her thoughts. And we're gonna move on forward over there. Alrighty. Okay. So, here we go. Est-ce que tout le monde est encore réveillé? Anaël? Raphaël, es-tu réveillé?
Non.
Il fait des dodos, hein?
Oui.
Ok, ma belle.
Pourquoi?
Juste à savoir, chouchoune. Ça sera pas long.
Ça va être fini quand?
Dans 2 minutes. Oh, hey, sweetie. How are you doing, Veronice, sweetie? Yeah, if you do want to ask a question, you can, though, Veronice. You can. We would not turn you away, my love. I'm gonna go see Juanson. If you do have a question, go ahead with it, my love. It's nice to see you, sweetie pie. Okay. Well, here, let's go see. So, let's go over here. All right. All right. So, general reading and love reading. General, I feel like you're entering into a phase where there's more clarity, there's more peace, and everything is kind of becoming more important. More important than noise, more important than distractions. I feel like the universe is kind of aligning things, if you will, to support your own inner growth, especially in the form of new opportunities, new connections, and all these things that kind of feel aligned with your heart. So you may feel a little bit nudged to make small shifts in habits or mindset, but follow those nudges because they truly are important. Love-wise, I do feel like somebody, and you know who that person is thinking about you deeply, more than what they're actually letting on. You could be noticing different little signs or different little moments of synchronicities altogether, which I feel you kind of a little bit already felt today. Not a coincidence. The love energy is quietly kind of building around you at this moment. I really just need you to be open, to stay rooted into your worth, and just kind of let love kind of draw itself in whenever it's ready to do so. So altogether, I'm going to say between the general and the love reading, you're being reminded that softness and strength are there. And you're not meant to shrink to fit into old spaces. Let your light stay soft, but let it stay steady. That's how everything is going to come slowly towards you. Now, how was she doing today? If we're going to go and look. How has she been doing? Thoughtful, emotional, rich kind of a day. I feel like she's been going through her routines, moments where sometimes her mind did drift towards you, but I also feel like there's a softness around her. I feel like she's realizing what she needs to do, and I feel like she realizes and takes on in the good parts and the softnesses that are good and important for her at this moment. So her thoughts when she saw you, I feel like there was a little bit of a flicker, a little bit of a warmth that was there, a little bit of a recognition, if you will. She felt something stir into her heart. So even if she didn't show it, there was that comfort, that curiosity, there was that deep, unspoken, I see you. So she probably tried to stay somewhat composed, but her energy was kind of softened. You always remind her of a safe space. You always remind her of that beautiful, quiet kind of a place that she longs for. So into different kind of things that she would like to say, she would like to say that you feel like home. You don't scare her. You are always quite real. You are always quite open. And sometimes I feel like she wants to say that even if you think that she doesn't notice you, she always does. Anaëlle, ça sera pas long, ma belle, OK? Je te l'ai dit, 5 minutes. Oui, ma belle. An angel message for you. Trust into the divine timing. Everything is unfolding behind the scenes. Just because you can't see the movement doesn't mean it's not happening. Patience is part of your strength. And your heart is a beautiful magnet, and it's working. What you feel is valid, and what you desire is being heard. Keep vibrating love, even in silence. Also, ask for signs, and you'll receive them. Look for feathers, repeated numbers, songs, words that will echo her name or even your feelings, because they are not random. And love messages. You're the moment I didn't expect to keep thinking about. There's something unspoken about us, but it's there and it lingers. I feel safe when I think of you, and that kind of confuses me. You've touched a part of me that nobody else ever has. I want to talk to you more than I'll actually admit. She stayed composed, but I know, sweetie. Let me go and answer. Hi, my beautiful Veronese. How have you been, sweetie? Let me go and answer that for you, okay? So, will Jake be reaching out soon, or will you see or hear from him? Let me go see. I hope you're doing good, my love. It is nice to see you. I do see somewhat of some teamwork, some collaboration, but I do also see jealous, moody, overreactive altogether. I feel like at this moment, my beautiful Veronese, you want him to reach out. I feel like he thinks about reaching out, but I do not see him reaching on out. Let me go and get a little bit more messages for you, see what I've got, okay? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, sweetie. All right, so for the moment, as much as I want him to reach out, I know that he's thinking about it, but I don't see him doing it. So, my King of Pentacles, he still holds on to you. You mean an awful lot towards him. You mean happiness, you mean abundance, you mean fantasies, you mean a lot of curiosity, but I feel like his energy is just not directed towards a relationship or towards what could be offered at this moment. So my love, I would have loved, to have said to you, yes, but you'll be upset at me, so I'll say no. Not for the moment. I hope that this energy does shift for you, but for the moment, It's not that he doesn't want to. I just feel like the energy's not at the right place, not at the right time. So maybe there's something you can do, or maybe the energies will shift within the following weeks and something will happen. I will clearly say within the following 3 to 4 weeks, I feel like it is a no. After that, maybe if there's some type of a shift in energy, I will say yes, if there's a shift. This person does care about you. I do feel like they're interested in you, but I do also feel like they're at a place where what you're wanting, or maybe what you're offering, or what you're basically wanting, they're not quite ready to give. So I feel like they're staying a little bit of a distance, sweetie. So for the moment, I'll say no, but I hope that the energy will shift for you, my love. That being said, my sweetie pies, we are going to end the live for tonight. I thank everybody for joining. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful patience. I know, sweetie. Give him time. Have patience. If you need to reach out, send me an email, okay? I'm sending you much love, and it was nice to see you, my beautiful Berenice. So we'll see each other tomorrow, same place, same time. Good night, my beautiful loves, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Take care. Good night.
Là, je m'entends là-bas.
Ah ouais? Vas-y, mon frère.